Welcome to this week's Candidate Voices with 5051 Savannah, the series that brings you 5-minute interviews with candidates from Georgia's 1st Congressional District, U.S. House election 2026. We welcome any candidates running for this office who meet our mission of upholding the Constitution and ending executive overreach to join us. Each of our candidates receives the same question in advance. Hi, I'm Robin, and we're here with Week 7 Candidate Voices, and tonight we have Randy Zurcher with us. Welcome, Randy.
Thank you.
And our question for tonight: rural counties in the 1st District of Georgia trail in college and workforce training. What will you do in Congress to expand educational opportunities here?
Robin, thanks again for letting me speak to y'all like this. I really do appreciate it. You're raising a very important issue. Rural counties in our 1st congressional district often lag behind, in access to college and workforce training. And honestly, that disparity is exactly what Congress should be addressing. And if I'm elected, I will address it. There are several specific ways that I would do it. Um, the first thing would be to modernize Pell Grants. Um, Pell Grants are a great thing for college students. They help um, pay for some tuition, and it's a grant from the government that doesn't have to be paid back. But I don't think it should be just for traditional 2 and 4 year colleges. We should expand it to workforce training. So if we pass the Jobs Act, which is actually there, it just needs to be passed, it would allow Pell Grants to support rigorous short-term job training programs as long as they meet certain criteria and as long as they match up with local workforce needs. So I would definitely support that. Another thing I would want to do is reauthorize and strengthen the WIOA, and that's the Workforce Innovation and Opportunity Act, and it's specifically for rural communities, and it funds a lot of things having to do with sector-specific training partnerships and supporting vulnerable workers, of course. Studies and models have shown that sector-based investment can increase wages and employment outcomes. Another thing I would want to do is create rural focused workforce grants via the Careers Act. The Careers Act is a bipartisan act, believe it or not. In this day and age, it's bipartisan. It would allocate USDA grants to career pathway and sector partnership programs in rural communities. Grants range anywhere from $500,000 to $2 million, and they cover sectors like healthcare, agribusiness, utilities, and broadband. These funds can be directed to local partnerships between community colleges, employers, workforce boards, for example, in agriculture, healthcare, or infrastructure. Another thing we need to do is invest in apprenticeships and technical education. The Apprenticeship Pathways Act would extend apprenticeships and technical training opportunities into high schools. When I was in high school, we had VOTEC, and now you don't see that so much. This would expand those apprenticeships, and especially in high need fields like healthcare, building trades, technology, and early childhood education. I would also support adult education with enhanced funding. Some people don't get a traditional education; they miss out, and there are people who have low literacy, numeracy, and digital skills. And what the Adult Education Works Act would do is expand funding to help them gain marketable capabilities. And I think that's real important. Another thing I would do is encourage dual enrollment and career pathways. There's an act called the Success for Rural Students and Communities Act. Dual enrollment is an awesome thing. What it does is it lets your high school student attend high school classes and then also attend classes over at the technical college for no charge. The government pays for it, and it's an awesome program. This act would actually increase access to dual enrollment, career counseling, and stackable credentials in rural high schools. So it would let rural students gain college or industry credentials while in high school, reducing cost, travel, and access barriers. You can get all of your courses, your preliminary courses for the first year taken care of pretty much. So in summary, if I get to Congress, I would champion a comprehensive plan, and that plan would include expansion of Pell Grants with the Jobs Act, reauthorization and modernization of the WIOA, the Workforce Innovation and Opportunities Act, rural targeted RISE grants, high school apprenticeships and technical training pathways, enhanced adult education, and dual enrollment with stackable credential programs. And I feel like, there is no silver bullet here, but I do feel like together these strategies will build a robust education to workforce ecosystem that ensures all people in the first district of Georgia can access meaningful local training and career pathways. So that's what I hope to do. Thanks again for letting me speak to you. Please find out more about my campaign and my platform at randy4georgia.com. And good night.